Have you ever told yourself, if only I had a native speaker to practice with, then I would finally become fluent in English? It's a thought that crosses the mind of almost every English learner. We've been conditioned to believe that the key to unlocking fluency is a secret held by someone else, a speaking partner, a native teacher, someone on the other side of a conversation. But what if I told you that this belief, this one single idea, might be the very thing holding you back? What if the most powerful, most effective, and most reliable speaking partner you could ever have is, in fact, yourself? Stay with me, because today we're going to dismantle this myth and give you the tools to build fluency entirely on your own. Part 1. Unpacking the speaking partner myth. Hello, my friends, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here because today we're tackling the challenge that so many dedicated learners face, a challenge you've probably faced yourself. It's the persistent idea, this strong belief that to really become fluent in English, you absolutely must have a speaking partner. It sounds logical, doesn't it? After all, language is about communication, so it makes sense to imagine that you need someone on the other side of the conversation to make progress. Many of us have thought, if only I could practice with a native speaker every day, I would finally speak English well. But here's the thing. That belief is a misconception, and a misconception is simply a mistaken idea, a wrong assumption. This particular misconception has held back thousands, maybe even millions of learners. It has led to frustration and disappointment when learners can't find a consistent partner, or when the practice they do get doesn't lead to the results they want. The truth is, you don't need another person to practice English with every single day. In fact, you can develop fluency entirely on your own. And in some ways, this independent practice, which is practice you do by yourself, can actually be more powerful because you are in complete control. You decide the pace, the speed, the topic, and the focus. You're not waiting for someone else.
Part 2. Why traditional practice methods can fail you. Now, let's pause for a moment and think about why traditional methods often fall short, especially for people learning on their own. When I say fall short, I mean they don't quite deliver what you really need. They don't give you what you really want or need to achieve true, confident fluency. Maybe you've attended a language class where 20 students take turns speaking. In a 1-hour class, how much time do you actually get? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes? That's not nearly enough repetition to build the muscle memory needed for fluency. Or maybe you've had a speaking partner online. Perhaps they were friendly, but they didn't correct your mistakes, either because they didn't know how, or they didn't want to be rude. So you ended up repeating the same mistakes again and again, reinforcing bad habits. Perhaps you relied on the occasional conversation with a tourist or a colleague. While these moments are great, they're often too brief and infrequent. They might give you a nice moment of practice, but they don't provide the consistent daily repetition you need to truly grow. These methods can leave you feeling stuck, because fluency isn't built in random, occasional bursts. It's built by speaking consistently, again and again, every single day, until the words become natural. Part 3. The alternative path. Self-directed practice. So what is the alternative? What can you do instead? What is this other path? The answer is self-directed practice. Self-directed simply means you take the lead. You become the guide. You become the leader of your own learning journey. And once you guide yourself, you can create a fluency system that runs every single day without depending on a class schedule or a partner's availability. You can practice anytime you want. So, how do we do this? I'm going to share with you 2 of the most powerful tools I recommend. The first is what I call the inner conversation method.
Part 4. Method 1. The inner conversation and narration. The inner conversation method is a big phrase, but it simply means talking to yourself. But there's a specific way to do it. This is where you take the thoughts and ideas already inside your mind and actively turn them into English words spoken out loud. In other words, you talk to yourself, not silently, but out loud. This process is the key to what many language experts refer to when they talk about how to think in English and why you should stop translating in your head. By verbalizing your thoughts as they happen, you are building a direct bridge between your mind and your spoken English. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you're in your kitchen cooking breakfast. You don't just crack the eggs in silence. Instead, you narrate. Narration means you describe out loud what you are doing, almost as if you're telling a story. You could say, okay, first I'm going to cook breakfast. I'm opening the refrigerator to see what I have. I have some eggs. I'll take 2 of them. Now I need a pan. The pan is heating up on the stove. I'm cracking the eggs into the pan. I think I will add some cheese to make it taste better. By narrating your actions, you bring your inner thoughts to life in English. You become the storyteller of your own daily life. You can do this anytime. When you're getting ready in the morning, say, I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm choosing what to wear today. I think I'll wear the blue shirt. When you're walking outside, describe what you see. The sky is very clear today. There are a lot of people walking on the street. I see a dog playing in the park. This constant narration turns every moment of your day into a speaking opportunity.
Part 5. Method 2. Mastering self-dialogues. The second powerful method is the self-dialogue. A self-dialogue is when you play both roles in a conversation. It might feel a little unusual at first, but it works beautifully to prepare you for real-world interactions. With this method, you can practice arguments, explanations, and even storytelling. For example, pretend you're explaining a movie you just watched to a friend. You would play yourself, and you would also play your friend, asking questions. It could sound like this. Hey, did you see the new sci-fi movie? No, I haven't yet. Was it any good? It was amazing. So the main character wants to escape the city, which is controlled by AI. Oh, that sounds interesting. Why does he want to escape? Because he discovered a secret that the AI doesn't want anyone to know, but he doesn't have enough money to get out. By rehearsing both sides, by practicing both sides of the conversation, you practice the natural rhythm of English conversation without even needing a partner. You learn to anticipate questions and structure your answers more effectively. You can use this to practice for a job interview, prepare for a presentation, or even just debate a topic with yourself. Part 6. Your Daily Fluency Blueprint. So, what might a daily routine using these methods look like? As we've learned, you don't need hours. You could create what some call a 10-minute daily routine to speak English fluently, and it will be incredibly effective if you are consistent.
Here's a simple blueprint. In the morning, 5 minutes. As you get ready, narrate your actions. Describe what you're doing as you brush your teeth, make coffee, or get dressed. In the afternoon, 5 minutes. Listen to a short podcast or watch a news video, and then talk back to it. Add your own opinion. Say, well, I don't completely agree with that. From my point of view, the situation is more complicated. This active response trains your brain to react quickly. In the evening, 5 minutes, practice a short self-dialogue. Pretend you're telling someone about your day. Today I was busy. First I had to do this, then I had to do that. In this way, you have spoken English at 3 separate times during the day without needing anyone else. Part 7. Tracking your progress to stay motivated. And here's a final powerful tip. Track your progress. Tracking means keeping a record and following what you do. You can record your voice on your phone once a week and save it. In the beginning, you will hear mistakes. But after a few weeks and months, when you compare your new recordings to your old ones, you will hear clear, undeniable progress. This is incredibly motivating. It gives you the energy and confidence to keep moving forward. Conclusion. So, let's return to the central question of today's episode. Do you really need a partner to speak English every day? The answer is a clear and confident no. You can absolutely unlock fluency on your own. What you need are the right methods, like the inner conversation method, self-dialogues, and narrating your daily life. You need the right tools, like your smartphone's voice recorder, or even AI partners like ChatGPT. And above all, you need consistency and a clear vision of where you are going. Remember, every single time you speak out loud in English, even if it's just to yourself, you are strengthening your fluency muscle. You don't need to wait for permission, and you don't need to wait for a partner. You already have everything you need to begin right now. The best speaking partner you could ever have is actually yourself. And your own voice can be the key to unlocking your fluency on any day.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope this has given you a new perspective and a powerful set of tools for your fluency journey. If you found this episode useful, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel grow. And for more tips and strategies to help you master the English language, don't forget to subscribe to English Glow. Keep listening, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.